Anyway, I gotta take this little one out right now because she's now quiet while I play you Steven Crowder's divorce. And hey, Kyle. Hold on. Oh, she laid down. Okay, good.
With a proverbial boot on my neck for going on years now. Since
He's a divorced dad.
I've been living through what has increasingly been a horrendous divorce. Now, let me say on the outset, to be clear, there is no infidelity, any kind of physical abuse at all on either side. And no, this was not my choice. My then wife decided that she didn't want to be married anymore. And in the state of Texas, that is completely permitted. It's been the most heartbreaking experience of my life, what I consider to be my deepest personal failure. And just so you know, my opinions on parenting and families have not changed. I've always believed that children need a mom and a dad, that divorce is horrible. And I still believe that children need a mom and a dad and that divorce is horrible. But in today's legal system, my beliefs don't matter. In Texas, divorce is permitted when one party wants it, period. So for well over a year, in the best interest as well as physical safety of my children, we've decided to keep this issue private and to resolve it privately with the appropriate attorneys, what have you, legal jargon. And all this, one thing I want to be really clear about is certain. True north here is that my children are blameless, completely without fault, and so we decided to resolve these issues privately as it's in their best interests, both emotionally and physically, to do so. Now, the other issue is, and this is something that I've kept private for likely far too long, many other people knew about this behind the scenes. Some, not all, but some of them in positions of power, influence, leverage, knew of this. They also knew that the safety of my children included keeping it private. So if you're familiar with the idea of extortion, then you know the feeling well. Now, some of these threats were so thinly veiled that I'm frankly surprised you didn't all guess immediately.
Steven has a lot going on, I guess is the best way to say it. He has a lot going on, and that should be clear because people don't do stuff like this if there's not a lot going on in their lives. I would like to implore my audience and everybody that isn't paying attention to this situation not to condemn him, but to pray for him. Sometimes people need a prayer. Sometimes people need a scripture. You know, Steven purports to be a Christian. I am unsure at this moment if it is my place to say more than that. You know, maybe if I feel in further defense, some things should be said, or maybe if I feel that the public has a right to understand certain circumstances.
Well, my children have a right to privacy. Now, some other issues have been, or I should say, inferences have been more pernicious behind the scenes with demands and threats to use this information that they believe would be so publicly embarrassing to me and my wife at a difficult time that it could be used, knowingly putting my children in harm's way. So to those self-styled Christians, conservatives, and allies, well, not in my book. Now, if you find yourself, I don't want to get into details, so this is going to likely be the only time I have to address this or want to address this. If you're asking yourself, hey, did X person or did Y person know? The answer is likely yes.
Wow, it's really fucked up that Candace Owens is using Steven Crowder's divorce as a way to like extort him. What I find really weird about this process is that he basically implied in the beginning here that divorce should be considered like illegal in Texas. Let's run that back.
2021, I've been living through what has increasingly been a horrendous divorce. Now, let me say on the outset, to be clear, there is no infidelity, any kind of physical abuse at all on either side. And no, this was not my choice. My then wife decided that she didn't want to be married anymore. And in the state of Texas, that is completely permitted. It's been the most heartbreaking experience of my life.
Oh, yeah, it's just completely permitted in the state of Texas. Like, what the fuck do you mean, dog? You want it to be like, what, enforced at gunpoint? It's so crazy. It's actually fucking insane that, like, he implies that, dude. Like, what the fuck? Oh no, math jokes, pentagon, hexagon, octagon. My wife is gone. Oh no. Oh no. I have to pee so bad. He expressed frustration that even if only she wanted the divorce, it can still go through. That's actually so fucking gross. Yeah, I mean, he just literally thinks like, oh, the old ball and chain, right? Am I right? As in like literally, I want a ball and chain. Like, why can't I fucking ball and chain my goddamn wife?
What I consider to be
Is
my children have a right to privacy. Now, some other issues have been, or I should.
Pretty funny, yeah. Steven Crowder stating over and over again that he's mad that his wife isn't legally obligated to stay with him is so fucking funny. The whole video seems like it would be on cinema at the cinema bit. Glad Crowder clarified several times that the divorce wasn't his kid's fault. Everyone watching was thinking, I bet this is Steven Crowder's kid's fault. Unfortunately, the law doesn't let me force my wife to stay with me. Freak of nature shit. Not even, because that's what he believes.
My wife and allies, well, not in my book. Now, if you find yourself, I don't want to get into details, so this is going to likely be the only time I have to address this or want to address this. If you're asking yourself, hey, did X person or did Y person know? The answer is likely yes, which will be made alarmingly clear as this process of discovery continues. And it also, by the way, makes me that much more appreciative of those who did know about this and in understanding the best interests of my family, my children, kept their word and used discretion. I can't thank you enough. Sincerely, I appreciate it. Won't forget it. It's pretty simple. I loved a woman so much that I married her. A woman who, despite all of this, I still love as the mother of my children. And she wanted something else for her life. That's not my choice. She simply wanted out.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I mean, she probably fucking did not like being married, being forced into like a legally binding contract with a dude who has like a lot of confusion about his own sexuality. I would love to hear from her.
Says that that's how it works. Now, of course, look, I get it. There are multiple sides to every story, but one thing that is undeniable in this case is that it's no one's fault but my own in that I picked wrong, and that's certainly not the fault of my children. And I will say that what's in the best interest of my children is not internet drama, speculation, certainly not blatant or veiled shakedowns or dragging their father or mother.
Bro, the way he's talking about this fucking marriage is so funny. Like, he said he picked wrong. Like, marriage is supposed to be about picking a person with, like, who will stay with you regardless of how fucking awful you are. Like, okay, how about you, like, I don't know, change whatever fucking behaviors that you exhibited that made it so that, like, your wife didn't want to fucking stay with you even though you had kids.
And I can't be clear on that enough. Or their mother through the mud. And to anyone who tries it, I'm no longer going to pacify, capitulate, or sidestep because I love them a whole lot more than I do. And I will continue to do whatever is necessary to protect my children. Discussing the divorce any further on social media or on this show or in any public space is not what's best for them. I'll be handling this through the proper legal avenues and channels available as a matter of record in which I have more than full confidence. So I'd ask that you understand the need for and respect our privacy in what is obviously a pretty tough time. And I hope that none of this has to go any further than that.
Just this. I heard that Steven Crowder's wife has finally met a man that can satisfy her. She was attracted to him when Steven refuses to debate him live on air. What the fuck? Oh, it's Sam Cedar. Okay. These guys never stop and wonder why poison so rarely gets used for murder these days. That's actually a really good take. Like, straight up. Yeah, back in the day, you would hear about, like, mysterious poisonings happening in the household way more. I guess, like, yeah, I guess that's like a benefit. I guess divorce court does benefit men in that respect. Here's what Candace Owens' claim was, or Candace Owens' response was to Stephen Jebediah Crowder's claims about how she's like utilizing this divorce.
That's it. That's the big scary story. I then went onto my platform and I said, pray for Steven Crowder, honestly, because that's what he needs. He needs a prayer.
Okay, let's be real. You hit him with a bless your heart. Like, that wasn't a fucking genuine prayer. That was like a fuck you, you fucking piece of shit type beat. Okay? Come on.
And apparently, nobody's answering those prayers right now because he's still acting erratic. He's now upping the ante and suggesting that I extorted him. I will not take that lightly, okay? I am not Hillary Crowder. I am not anybody in his family. I am not going to take somebody going onto his platform and alleging that I either harassed, threatened or did anything that would put his children at risk. That is very serious stuff that he is saying. And so what I did this morning after this clip was sent to me is I contacted a defamation lawyer, and I am sending Steven Crowder a cease and desist. And I'm going to demand a full-throated retraction to the idea that Candace Owens threatened him or extorted him. And not that I simply did a little math. 1 + 1 = 2.
Interesting. Steven Crowder, I'm getting reports that Steven Crowder tweeted this while they were in the process of divorce. Very interesting that he tweeted this during the divorce proceedings. I hate this fucking shit. Like, view the tweet. Oh, God. And then it says, when I hit the view the tweet, like, it literally opens up my entire timeline. Like, what if I fucking... cyberbullying is a crime, Hasan. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even cyberbullying him. I'm just...
A crazy man doing these sorts of things to his friends obviously means that something is going on personally. Honestly, this time, I'm not even going to suggest anybody should pray for him. I am so deeply troubled by the idea.
Oh, no. He said this as well. This is how right-wingers fight. Meanwhile, leftists say shit like, you have abandoned the cause of the people and we'll be the first up on the wall when our time comes. Yeah, because leftists are fucking weirdo LARPers who fantasize about a future that never existed. Meanwhile, right-wingers have all the power and don't even know what to do with it. No, Hasan, you got it wrong. It was BLM. Oh. My wife, unfortunately, is legally allowed to leave the mug club at any time. Oh my God, that's devastating. My wife is leaving me. Change her mind. Oh my God. I just wish women understood how much men love them and want them to be the women they were designed to be. Oh, that one. Oh, brother, that one's bad. Oh, that's going on the thread. Teardrops on my guitar ass tweets. Yeah. Someone should do a divorce fan cam. That meme hurts so much, and I'm not even him. Notice you've been coughing a lot more recently. Hope you're doing well. Yes, I said I'm sick. Stop bullying this nice gay Canadian man. Women are doing less work at home. They're unhappier. That's how I started that off. He said this during the divorce. Is interesting that to tweet this out while you were going through divorce court. Women are less happy than ever recorded in modern history. Feminism isn't working. He has tweeted a lot about divorce, dog. He's tweeted a lot about feminism and divorce in general and like women's unhappiness. But I guess that kind of makes sense because like, Steven Crowder is, you know, personally responsible for at least one woman that we know of being deeply unhappy. Also, we're very close to fucking already ratioing. Oh, yeah, he's about to change his fucking Twitter profile. We're very close to ratioing Ben Shabibo. How was it possible that he was trying to sub his ex-wife, Lamau, the mother of his kids, on Maine like a 13-year-old breaking up with a 5-month relationship? I think he very obviously put it all out there. By the way, thank you for that, Steven. I don't know why you did that, but you could have just been like, yeah, I'm going through divorce. Everyone suck my dick. Shut the fuck up. It happens to more than 50% of people that get married. Amazingly transparent about his divorce dad rage. If men have no say on abortion, women have no say on child support and alimony. Fair compromise? Look at all these fucking like Twitter blue recipients, by the way. Oh my God. Every fucking top reply is like littered with some of the worst freaks. I swear to God. They're all like, yeah, this is true, Steven. They ain't gonna like that, cuz. Like, oh my fucking God. Shut up. Would explain why he covered the woke M&Ms like he lost a bet. He was tweeting this from his kid's room? No, man. He was tweeting this from the fucking couch that he was sleeping on in the garage, okay? Oh, no. Look at this one. Oh, no, dude. Steven Crowder was, like, basically masking his personal feelings about his, like, ongoing divorce while, like, cutting it, like, you know, commentary. You know what I mean? Like, he was just, like, literally just, this was like, Deborah, please watch this. Deborah, I hope you're fucking listening. You know what I mean?
Hey everyone, I'm the editor. Thanks for watching till the end. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, then please drop a like and subscribe. Why not leave a Kaya L in the comments down below so that I know that you reached this point of the video? If you'd like more content like this one, then check the video up here on top of my head, or literally in front of my face right here.